What's going on? Tectonic Edge here, and Wizards has announced the next Secret Lair drops, Smitten Super Drops, Valentine's Day, from February 12th to the 21st. So, got those heart themes going. You've got the fairies, very lovely fairies, very colorful art. Some interesting reprints there. Basic land set, which honestly these lands do look really cool. I am a fan of them, and of course they're basic lands. So, if you're buying this, you are really just buying it because you like the art, because you could be running those pretty much free basics to give up in most LGSs. Basics are probably the most easy to come by Magic card, and these are cool. It kind of got some of that Viking aesthetic. I like the full art theme, similar to what they did in Theros too. But yeah, scrolling down, we got the actual Valentine's Day. They did red and white because it makes pink. Very nice. Interesting card choice. We got Monastery Swiftspear. Kind of feels like a burn set, just because you got the Boros Charm and the Swiftspear in there. But of course, Heliod's in there for another modern playable card. I think that's the right Heliod. Yeah, that's the right Heliod. That's the one that's in modern. Scrolling down, we got the Titans. Another modern playable card. Well, two modern playables. Primeval Titan and Uro, Titan of Nature's Wrath. Got that Kaldheim border. I like how they did this better than the invocations with Amonkhet, because they did the hieroglyphic text on those, and it did not turn out well. It turned out a lot better with the Viking runes. I think they learned their lesson there. And of course, scrolling down, the full look of the cards, very cool. Uro looks like a monster, and we got this little announcement on the bottom. We are planning an upcoming banned and restricted announcement. We plan to ban Uro of What? Yeah, Wizards is planning to ban Uro, Titan of Nature's Wrath, in Pioneer, Modern, and Historic, and are considering banning it in Legacy. So yeah, Uro, a lot of us have been wanting that card gone, and it looks like it is finally on its way out. No idea when this banned and restricted announcement is coming, but it is in the plans, and they are announcing it kind of tucked away here in this Secret Lair announcement. Definitely a weird place to find out about a banned and restricted announcement, especially when they don't have a date yet, or they might. I have not looked too much into that, but I get why they're doing it here. If you look at Uro, since they're putting it in the Secret Lair, they probably had this planned out before they had the banned and restricted idea. And what they are trying to prevent here is people buying this box set and then the restrictions coming. And people going, that $40, $50 card, I have no idea what Uro is actually at right now, going to like a $5 card because it can't be played anymore. Especially with these things take so long to get to you, it will most likely be banned by the time you get this box set. So it's nice of them to give you a little warning for beforehand so no one is too disappointed or too angry about that. I do agree with them giving the warning. They're probably going to sell a few less boxes because of it, but they could have kept their mouth shut. It would have angered a lot of people, but they would have sold a bunch more of these. And I think they've got one more. Yep, they got another Kaldheim, this time with a Crux. It's interesting that they're breaking these up into two boxes with only 3 cards, but that Uro is definitely the big announcement. That's being pulled out of Modern, so the meta is about to change. The Omnath deck is probably going to get a little bit weaker, it's probably going to disappear. I don't think Omnath can really be effectively played without Uro. Control builds will probably become a little more grindy because they won't have the big threat to pull out, and they're probably going to move more away from the huge color ranges we've seen. Probably more, I think blue-white control will be the standard, but cards like Mystic Sanctuary, where it kind of wants you to have 1 to 2 colors, will be kind of forced back into that. Although it's nice, we may see a few decks that don't have quite as many Mystic Sanctuaries, because I'm not a fan of that card either. Of course, as a Tron player, it's just, they control us very well. And, Uro is also in the Tibalt deck right now. I'm really hoping that is actually the next ban. And hopefully, this could be in the same ban. Tibalt, they may do a rule change for. We don't know what's coming. This is future ban, so we don't know when, we don't know where. And I'm, again, hoping for Tibalt, because the Cosmic Trickster is indeed tricky, and playing him on turn 2 is rough. Granted, I know I'm one to talk. I'm a Tron player. I turn 3 7-drops, but I can be disrupted. Tibalt just recovers too easily. they can, all the Cascade spells get it. They have multiple of the same. I at least only have the 4/4 drops, and you can interact with me turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, counter my spell. Tibalt, you counter their spell, they're just as likely to get another one, and they've got counter spells in the deck to work around you, along with Uro and other big threats. So, yep. Again, hoping more for a rule change on that with Cascade, so the Cascade will just get the Trickster instead of getting Uro, or I'm getting my tongue tied here, getting the Tibalt out onto the field. But yeah. Quick shout out to MTG Nexus. I actually found out about this by watching his videos, and he's got a pretty good analysis on it. If you want to go see his video, there'll be a link in the description. He does good content. I like his stuff, and I played against him, I think, once, maybe twice, and we actually have a video set where he's got one half, he got the other, and they're really fun to watch it, like, have them both running at the same time, because it almost sounds like we're bantering back and forth, although neither of us had any idea the other was recording at the time. But yeah, let me know what you think about the bans, the future bans, when you think they might be. Hoping for sooner as opposed to later. If you are a Uro player, bring out the deck and get as much playtime in as you can, because that deck is about to go by. Tectonic Edge here, signing out.